welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I edit my Instagram photos, and it's probably one of my most requested videos. I get so many questions on what type of phone I have, what kind of camera do I use, what filters and apps and stuff like that do I use to upload my photos onto Instagram. So I thought I would make a video out of it and show you guys how I do it. And my Instagram doesn't really have much of a rhyme or reason. To some it might seem like it does, but in all honesty, I just really like posting nice pictures. So if it's a nice photo and I can edit it really well, I'm gonna definitely post it. But I'm gonna be showing you guys my favorite filters, the apps that I use to edit my photos all the way through to upload, and I'm gonna be showing you guys how I edit 2 photos today, so that's gonna be pretty interesting. The apps that I use are VSCO Cam and Adobe Lightroom, but probably 95% of the time I use VSCO Cam. It is my favorite app. And for those of you who are wondering, I have the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. I always get a lot of compliments on the quality of the photos that I take, and this phone is amazing. It has a 16 megapixel back camera, which is absolutely awesome for just getting really nice and detailed photos. If you guys were interested, I do have a what's on my phone video, so I will post it below. Let's get started on how I edit my photos. So the first one is this one here. It's just a coffee that's a cortado, and I just kind of like have it peeking through my cypress tree plant there. And then the other photo that I have is just a photo of my cypress tree plant just down in the corner. First thing that I do is I put this photo into Adobe Lightroom. Can't add photos. Add from faves. And then it should be in here. There we go. So the first thing that I do is I usually go into color, or there's like these 3 little circles down here. I just call it color. And I click on color, and then I select the I kind of like play around with it, but my favorite filter for Adobe is Devibe. And it just kind of takes out a little bit of the color out of the photo, and that's what I like. It basically just desaturates it, so then I just go ahead and save it. I'm just gonna go ahead and upload that into VSCO Cam. I double tap it, and then I go into the filters. So I click on the little wrench here, and I sharpen the photo. Sharpen is my favorite thing. And if I don't go into Adobe and Devibe, I usually use the saturation tool in VSCO Cam, and I just kind of turn that down, but we're not doing that today. And then I expose it. I usually go up maybe like 1 or 2. In this instance, I'll probably use 2. Looks good. And then if I feel like it, I can add a little bit of contrast. So I usually do contrast at maybe like a 1 or a 2. 1 looks good. And then this is the fun part. I click on the little paintbrush on the bottom here, and I just kind of pick the filter that I want. So I'm gonna show you actually my 2 favorite filters, and it is from Hypebeast. So there's Hypebeast 1 and Hypebeast 2. In an instance like this, HB1 looks good, but it's still a little bit too much. So just turn it down to maybe like a 7 or an 8. So just go ahead and save it, and that's pretty much what it looks like. So let's go ahead and add the second photo. This one. This one is just of my cypress tree, just kind of sitting in the corner of the photo here. So in something like this, I just go into the wrench and the desaturation tool, and I probably will just take it down 1 or 2. I never usually go over 2. I sharpen it, because you definitely want these little stems to stand out. And this probably doesn't need any exposure. Sometimes I turn it down depending on my mood, but we're in a bright white mood today, so I'm just gonna expose it 1 and contrast it 1. And then I just kind of play with filters. Now this one, A5, is really nice because it kind of brightens up the white space, but it kind of dulls out the green a bit more. So I'm actually gonna use that filter, but I'm gonna turn it down to an 8 or a 7. 7 looks good. the green looks still a little bit too green, so I think an 8 makes sense. Just gonna go ahead and save that. Really simple. I don't really do a lot of editing or filtering or anything like that. As long as it's like bright and white, I'm good with it. So that's pretty much, you know, how I edit that photo. Look at that. So there's the coffee, and that's pretty much how I edit my Instagram photos. I really hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below and share it with your friends. If you decide to use any of the apps or filters or techniques that I used in this video, go ahead and tag me on Instagram. I would love to see your photos, and my Instagram handle is the Danielle FX. Don't forget to click subscribe, and you can do that by clicking on the little play button that's in the bottom corner of the screen right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you Sunday. Bye guys.